Podcast is being brought to you by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance. Activate Don in your life and experience the impact. Why? Because Don Johnson is a visionary. She's determined, people-focused, a problem solver, and she's generous. Visit DonJohnson.net and DonJohnsonCares.com to learn more about her work with the people and the community. Does Don Johnson do too much? Maybe, but that's just Dawn. She loves the people, and she is a change agent. So make sure you stop by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance, located at Rock Hills, Manchester Village, off of Dave Loud Boulevard, 572 John Ross Parkway, Suite 106, directly across from TJ Maxx and in between Sweet Frog and the UPS store. And don't forget to tell them Mr. Darkeye sent you. What it is, great people. The home of motivation. To trust God and live your dreams. All right, what it is, great people, you know who it is. I am Mr. Darkeye. You tuned in to the Mr. Darkeye Podcast right here on Anchor FM, New Soul Music, the home of motivation to trust God and live your dreams. And we have started this series of catching up with entrepreneurs and business owners of B.E.L.L. Prize. And as you all know, I was a part of B.E.L.L. Prize back in, I believe, it was 2019 or 2018. I could be right or could be wrong. But anyway, 2019. Okay, cool. 2019. So that was the first one. And so what we've been doing is we've been wanting to have a conversation to catch up with those who participated in the in B.E.L.L. Prize. And as you know, we've talked to Miss Kathy Stewart already. So next up to bat, we got business owner and entrepreneur Jerry Fussell in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we glad to have you, man. Let's speak into it. So check it. So you started out with me in 2019.
2019 it was the first B.E.L.L. Prize. I joined that and was with you until the finals.
Yeah, man, we made it all the way to the finals. We was like the top 12. Yeah, man. I still remember that day we was doing the big pitch, and I remember just feeling like this is either it's all or nothing. This is going to happen or it's not.
Yeah, for that competition, as far as getting all the way that far to the finals and pitching in front of those people was really a good experience for me. But it had that feeling, had that pressure. Like, hey, this is it.
Yeah, it definitely had that pressure, man. Definitely had that pressure. So, Jared, tell everybody how you heard about B.E.L.L. and why did you want to get involved?
All right. Well, the first time I've always had these ideas and business concepts in my mind, and I would go around work and I would talk to the students about something they may want, something they may want to bring as far as a business to Rock Hill that would enhance their experiences here. And I always had a concept of bringing some type of social club or social venue to the space. And so I was telling that to Tadian Page. Tadian Page is a big contributor to B.E.L.L. and B.E.L.L. X Prize. And
absolutely.
The entire, organization there. So I told him my story, so he started getting involved in that, and he actually invited me to the B.E.L.L. I guess it would be the first meeting that we had. Yeah. And it was super intimidating because mine was all a concept in my brain. So,
right.
And then there's people who were already started and already had businesses going, and they were trying to enhance, and I'm still working on how to make an idea real.
Right. Yeah, man. That's dope. And I think from there, I know for me, it was same thing. It was very enlightening and interesting. And I thought that for something like this to be available in Rock Hill too, because it wasn't nothing like that before that I knew of. Yeah. Except for like the Small Business Development Center, it went through and stuff like that. Right. But I didn't. That's how I heard about that through B.E.L.L. So it's very resourceful. That's right. So once we got into the program, and it was very educational, and everybody that came through was very willing to share all the information that we needed. Right. So once you got involved, what was that experience like for you? At the start of it, like did you feel like it was useful? Did you feel like it was helpful, or did it have an immediate effect in that way, or did it come later?
Well, I think it was immediate because for me, like I said, my business was a concept. So showing up to see all these other people with their own entrepreneurship venues and with their own stuff going on in their lives and being able to have access to those people to tell me their stories. Like it was kind of immediate. Like, well, this is kind of the people I want to be around. This is the same energy and same goals that I wanted to achieve. And these people were trying to achieve that goal as well. Even though it was a competition where I know at the end we would be competing for spots. But I believe that what you get when you're just there and present with other entrepreneur-minded, like-minded people, it grew me right away. So I knew it was something real, and I knew it was something that was beneficial to me because, you know, you can think about a business, you can be all to yourself and by yourself, but once you start bringing it out and making it where someone hears your idea, then that idea is one step closer to being real. So it was like immediate for me. But I know it was a lot of commitment, though. I know when you said what the schedule was, I was like, ooh, every Tuesday for 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah, man. It was. And one of the things we talked about last time was for a lot of people, even after it was over, you know, we would have a hard time like leaving because we would socialize and be talking and networking and stuff after the fact too. So at times to me, sometimes it didn't even really feel like a competition.
That's right.
You know, it was like we was just kind of all rooting for each other.
Right.
You know, because I even had people at the time. I think you may have been one of them. Was like, man, I know you got this.
Yeah.
On the day when we did the big pitch. So I just felt that like it was a lot of love and the synergy that was in the building when we was all working together. I thought that was beautiful. So what was your biggest takeaway from it though? Like that you feel like that was the game changer for you as far as what was said or what information that was given?
Okay. So in the B.E.L.L Prize one that we competed in was 2019. Of course, I competed in the second one that came out in 2021 and in 2022. But the biggest thing I got from the first one was really you realize a lot about yourself first, how you have to be brave, you have to be courageous to even tell people what you really want to do and what your ideas are. They may criticize you, they may say something that discourages you.
Right.
But I think the first one really taught me that bravery aspect to it because even getting all the way to the final, I did not expect to be the top 12.
Right.
I just feel like I stuck with it. And I just kept being brave. Every time I had to speak in front of people or tell people about this idea of a business and try to make it real to them. So I think that bravery aspect was really what came out in that first go round.
Okay.
And then one of the criticisms during my pitch, I don't know if unless you were in the second one, I didn't really tell people like how it affected me and changed me. But my first idea was huge. It was a big idea. There's a lot of businesses within one idea. And what the criticism I got was, do you know much about running this aspect of that business that you're talking about? And I'm like, well, I've never done it before. And they're like, well, that's why, we knew you didn't. We knew your idea was big. You need to narrow it down. And so what happened was I like to say I trimmed the fat and I entered the next time they promoted it. I was like, all right, I'll take that feedback instead of let it crush my dreams. I focused in on what was good about my pitch and I cut what I really couldn't give people the words that envision a real thing in their head. And I learned that when you speak in front of a group of people, you better make sure you understand that there's so many perceptions in that room, and you got to make it that you know it so well that I can say it, and then in your mind you can see it and see it that it's functioning and real. So I took that information from the first one, brought it to the second one, and that's why I think I was very successful in the second go-round because I listened.
Yeah, listening is key.
That's right.
Definitely listening is key. And then understanding too,
right.
And then applying.
That's right.
Listening, understanding, and applying.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So you came back and then you actually was able to win some money to go towards your idea.
Correct.
And now you on your way to launching or preparing to launch.
Correct. So,
and open up the doors to your business.
That's right. So the business that I'm actually proposing, the second one, is called the Modern Arcade of Rock Hill, where we specialize in social and competitive esports and video gaming. So what we do is we want to be the best at creating a facility or a venue for the gaming community. So what I realized is that video gaming blew up, went straight up during the pandemic of sorts, and people were in the house and they're playing video games. So as this business started to develop, I was like, well, we'll take them out of that room and put them in the same space, and cater to that, and make sure we understand that this is a valid socializing platform. So we'll get people from behind their headphones and their webcams and get them in an arcade, because when I grew up in the 90s, that was a big part of my social development. Was my mom would go to work and I would go to the arcade for 3-4 hours and meet all these interesting people from different high schools, different middle schools, and play video games with each other. We all had that in common. So the Modern Arcade, we are operational. We're not open to the public yet, but we just partnered with Winthrop University and Winthrop Athletics sports team. And we just did our door opening launch November 30th, 2 weeks ago. And we did the opening and grand reveal for the esports programs that compete in this space. And the Modern Arcade would run it for the public and the community. Okay. So we'll be opening here in January, February of 2024. Awesome. But, the space is there. We're building it out right now. We're making it look good. We're making it play well. So
that's exciting, man.
Yeah,
that's exciting, and I know that industry is grown and is huge, and I'm just shocked of the success of how many people have been able to be successful in that industry. When it comes down to video games, because like you said, we grew up on that, man. Yep. But dope, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
No, man. Amazing, I appreciate it, man. Definitely. I love being a part of the media world and giving these opportunities. And I know it's just going to grow and get bigger and bigger. And we just looking to continue to give everyone out there an opportunity here on the Mista Darkeye Podcast to come on, talk about what you got going on, share your stories, man. And we are aiming to help motivate people out here to trust God, live their dreams, just like Jerry, man. Right. Appreciate you coming through, man, telling your story, and congratulations again. So y'all be on the lookout for the grand opening or the big grand opening in January or February of the Modern Arcade. Follow him on social media or, stop by Winthrop. He's over there running things over there. So, man, congratulations again, brother. Thank you again for coming through. And y'all don't go anywhere. We got more B.E.L.L. Prize participants coming through to share their story. We'll be back.
All right.
What it is, great people. Of motivation to trust God and live your dreams.